Here we are again, last bit of the goblin camp. We have killed the leaders, we have found Halson, he's on his way back to the Druidhain, and yeah, what are we going to do here is we check out the last two rooms of this walk pens, and then we still have an exterior of the goblin camp which we have to clean before we proceed further into the Underdark, and therefore leave the overground for at least a couple of videos, I think, because the Underdark is a pretty big part of this Act 1, but we are also going to cover the mountain peak, so we're not going to lose any of those experiences we have here in Act 1 and 1.5, as I like to call it. And yeah, in case you're new here, this is Merrick Romaldus, level 4 Cleric. I've done a couple of playthroughs with different classes, multi-classes and so on. Here I try to show you what the most underrated class in the game can do. A lot of people who are going for Cleric are going multi-class. I try to main class here. And yeah, as for decisions, neither evil nor really good, so I'm in between, just how it fits. I will have another playthrough here on pure evil, so Dark Urge basically, but you should stay tuned for that. Anyhow, I haven't made a long rest yet, but we still have a bit of things to do here. Also, as for my party is, I'm usually switching around a lot, so I'm not always sticking to the four
Keep your distance.
same people here.
One step at a time.
So you will see a lot of difference here in my party. I am playing on Tactician difficulty, in case you wonder. So resting is more expensive, you need more resources for a long rest, etc. pp. So let's see. Okay, that's the way to do it. So here's actually nothing special going on. Like for now, I also
have a lot on my mind. Well,
I kept, you know, I kept the goblin clean actually pretty safe until the last minute possible. So I've killed Gut, I've killed Minthara and LaeZel, and I think if I go out now, I will be forced to fight.
Decaying legs protrude from the hole. A failed escape, it seems.
Let's investigate first.
It seems the tunnel collapsed mid-dig and suffocated him. A crooked heart is embroidered on his left shoe. The body comes loose, revealing a tunnel. Perhaps you can escape where he failed.
still blocked, but should be easy enough to clear.
So I would like to speak to the dead.
The corpse regards you lifelessly.
My son Garland did it. If I ever missed him, could look down and remember him.
Okay.
Digging too quickly. Felt tunnel collapsing. Kept going. Better dead than warg meat. Taglin, carpenter, father of 2. Heading to Baldur's Gate. Didn't hear goblin patrol.
Yeah, that's how you end up dead, not paying attention.
Goblins took my friends. Cut them up for the wargs. For meat.
Sad story though.
The spell's power wanes.
Well, that wasn't really helpful, to be honest. I'm basically out of
Enough waiting.
out
I
of
crave
everything.
blood.
I don't know if I can dig any higher here. So not so much into pushing a hole here.
I've got a long road ahead. Another step forward.
So let's loot these 2 rooms here, and then I think I will possibly quick travel to the Emerald Grove and sell some stuff and prepare for clearing the outside of this fortress. And
Think you can take me
oh,
on?
no. I don't think there's much here. A couple of scrolls, which is nice. And here we have a wooden chest. Let's see. Okay, that's some stuff to sell. I tend to use this send to wares in order to quick sell later. It's been really useful. If you've never tried it, you should watch my video, which is basically about keeping your inventory clean. It's not something I practice right now because I'm picking up all the stuff from Act 2 on. However, I try to keep it as clean as possible. So let's see what's going on here. As you see, I've slaughtered my way through. It's interesting. So in my opinion, I have actually cleared the whole... I think I've cleared everything. Inside at least. Let's see if I missed out on something. Sweet potato. Or with Russian accent, sweet potato. Nope. Burlap sacks. Casual sandals. No, not of need. So. No, I can talk to Spike as well. That's interesting.
The corpse seems willing to speak, but not to its killer.
Alright. Not too sad about that. So you can all also... Oh, I thought I cleared it. That's bad right now because I've basically nothing left.
A better position. The subtle approach.
Oh, interesting. It worked.
Let's cook with fire, baby.
Yeah. I mean...
Heading out.
So... I'm really out of anything because I took so much fights here. But this right now should work.
Have to keep going.
14 decks. Not enough movement, really. Oh, come on. That's so sad. Well, I can...
Let my name be known.
Oh, LaeZel is... If you followed this playthrough, like I think the last two parts, LaeZel always fails. And I just don't know why. This fight might have been a bit optimistic without any spells available and such.
Let's play.
What's that anyway? No! Okay, survived. Well, that's a pretty good way. I hope she doesn't die. That was if you wonder, blood effect. So yeah.
Try me.
Always switch back to your melee weapon because you will use your shield too if you don't pay attention.
I will ascend.
Pretty dumb move. Okay. So right here I could just disarming, which should work. Okay, she misses again, I guess. So whatever. Switch. Didn't kill it.
Delicious.
It's okay.
Got this.
Frenzied, I'll
Eat
try.
it.
Hopefully I can
Wonder if
heal
this is
her,
worth the cost.
but I don't have any healing available. So needs 14, rolled a 9, guided strike, because I'm a war cleric. And back to my melee
On
weapon.
my way.
Swift and lethal.
Yeah.
What to do?
I think, however... Oh, he's still
Be on
alive.
my way.
Oh no, before I move further, I save. Actually would like to take a long rest, and
I'm
then
done.
I will care about
I
the
can't wait
exterior.
to sleep.
Yeah, especially when your character is telling you. I think the red dot should be the spider down here. Yeah, this is it. And there should be no one here as well.
Trust no
We'll
one.
bring our star in.
Go. That might be worth a look.
That thing is small. That thing is small.
And I am not.
Oh, I don't want to smoke powder barrel here. Drop item. Okay, so what we're gonna do
Alright.
here right now
Keep
is
it quick.
quick save. Most famous button in the game. Actually didn't do any useful. Anyhow, I think we should travel
Still
out
alive. So that's progress.
and go to the Emerald Grove. I'm quickly going to do that without you guys, so I'll come back in a minute. I will just go to yeah, to the merchant and sell some stuff and repair and buy some stuff. In case of a cut sequence or whatever, I will quickly go back to recording. But you don't need to wait for me now. So see you in a minute.
And I hear you are the one to thank. I'm grateful. I took a collection from all of us. It's not enough.
Halsin will likely want to thank you too, mind. He returned just a while ago. I believe he's catching up with Korga. As for us...
No armies at our heels. Amazing. We can finally leave. But perhaps we need not speak of farewells. We'll join your camp tonight to celebrate if you'll have us.
Yeah, so I didn't do anything of what I wanted. I did a long rest before I went here, and the cutscene you just saw is obviously now I've freed the druids and all the stuff. So we have a couple of cutscenes here. Before my long rest, I convinced Shadowheart and Karlach to consider the powers we have, and did a small of chat. So besides that, oh. Why am I in turn-based mode? So, in case you experience some weird performance glitches, it is because I play on DirectX 11. I have 4K Ultra, everything. And problem is, once I go to to Vulkan, I have glitches while I'm recording, so Gotta stay here. So right now I'm here. I'm going to bring infernal iron to Dalton, or how it's called, Dals. I don't know. The forge master, and I'm talking to Halson, and I will come back to you with the cutscenes. Just quickly selling some stuff and clean up my inventory.
So it's true.
See you in a minute. So,
How fares the search?
Demon was his name.
Please let this work.
The weight of it. And that blaze of chaos. Can't imagine this where my heart should be. Must be quite the experience. Give me just a moment. And I think...
No healing or nothing.
There. You'll have to install it, I'm afraid. I don't think there are thick enough gloves in all the realms to protect from that kind of heat.
That feels... good. I'm still burning hot as hell's hole, but I feel less... changeable. Cheers, mate.
Pleasure. And as for the heat, I haven't got any solutions now, but I'm not giving up. Could be if the combustion chamber had its own insulation, or if we had some kind of enchanted coolant. Find me again in Baldur's Gate. If I'm worth my salt, I'll have figured something out by then. Take care,
Hopefully.
Cleric. And hopefully the next time I see you, I'll have something promising to report. Pocket any infernal iron you find along the way,
Hate me. What I wouldn't do for better tools.
Damon's upgrade didn't cool me down, but it did juice me up. I don't think I've ever felt more powerful. Sooner rather than later would be good. I feel like I'm burning serious fuel. Oh, fuck yes. I'm ready to burn all night. Speaking of, I could eat a giant badger. Is it almost time for dinner?
Yeah, adorable. So, I think it's time to speak to Halson, and we have two things more to do in the overground, let's say, before we move into the underground. Except that we still got to... The reason being is we could go right now, but we are shortly before level 4, before level 5, and we should have level 5 before we go into the underground, or mountain pass will make life a lot easier. Let's see what Halson has to say.
You took it upon yourself to undertake the Rite of Thorns. I ought to exile you from this place. Forever. Instead, I shall listen to the explanation that you owe me.
An error, most grave master. I beg your grace.
Grace is bestowed by nature, not me. You will stay as a novice anew. You have forgotten the ways of the druids, the natural order of things. It is up to you to prove the lessons have been learned once more.
So as you say. And so it is done, master.
She shows great insolence. But time will humble her. You will soon see why. But the grove stands. Nature prevails. And again, I am in your debt. Speak to Wrath. He will reward you for your efforts. The journey to Moonrise Towers, and all the dangers that entails. But that's tomorrow's problem. Take some time for yourself tonight. Rest. Celebrate. Come morning, I'll be by your side.
So let's get our reward. As for here, we don't get any XP doing the talks, right? So here we are. We should talk to Wrath.
You've done it. I cannot imagine taking on a camp full of goblins was a simple task. As am I. And I promised you. Let me show you on your map where you can find the cache. Place it among the pedal.
Yeah, this is actually some weirdness, to be honest. Never understood this room though. Let's see what he has to say.
You did this grove a great
Well, nothing, I guess.
King, what else do we need? Blessed dead, you kept your word.
Okay, so here we are. I think now we can take...
Parasite, brimming with magic. Take it.
Could be interesting. So here again we have a simple mechanism. Sorry guys, not so much action for now. It's really just pondering the, you know, the things of post quests. So it's in there. It does look cool. So here's actually a lot of stuff to get. Most importantly, we have sorrow here, which is sorrow 5 to 14, which is nice. It has a transmutation cantrip, a sorrowful lash, and yeah, it's two-handed glaive. So check if maybe one of those. I think she is proficient. I don't know if I should keep that, like it's 5 to 16. It's even worse. So it's not even better. Unfortunately, I have better weapons here. Yeah, that's actually nice, but not so sure, but let's see. Anyway, I will keep it for now. And I will plunder, and I will just loot all this room and come back to you as soon as I can. But before that, let's quickly get another infusion. It's actually all pretty nice. Yeah, that can save a fight. So going for that first. Anyway. See you in a minute. I will loot this, go back upstairs, and then go to the camp to see what the party... So we're top again and going to long rest. Even if I don't want to because I'm full and have everything. But that is basically like a cutscene into what's happening next.
Would you look at this place? It's nice to be somewhere where good is still possible. And with good potations, too. Ah, come on. Let's not spoil an effective thing. You point, I rage, we win. Doesn't need to be more complicated than that.
Oh, that's
Have fun.
clear sight.
I was hoping you'd come to chat. What do you need? Very serious of you. But always good when I'm with you.
That's good to know. What is Astarion telling us? So actually here's a lot of talk going on.
Never thought I hate it. This is true. Still, I would have liked more for my trouble than a pat on the head and bye. I'll be here.
Come on, Alfie, make it spicy.
I have seen the kith, yet they could not match your nerve today. I smell their blood on you. I mean to taste it. Yes, sex. A night such as this calls for flesh to feast on, and I have chosen the sweetest.
Very well then.
Yes, when you lie down for the and I will take what is mine.
All right.
You have no idea how the singing...
So yeah, we're gonna quickly go through this.
Go on now. Don't waste a night like this talking to me. We'll
come back
discuss
with
your
a
problem tomorrow.
PG-18 scene then for you. I'll let you know what. I will give you that. Just wait for me a second. Be right back. So now, talk to everyone basically, and I'm going for the rest. Unfortunately, I have to waste my supplies before I did rest. Because not before, yeah, because I rested before anyway.
Buzz of celebration quiets to a soothing hum as you approach your bunk. Though you seek repose, you needn't spend the night alone. There is one who yearns for you in the dark. Who will you seek? Your heart skips
Doesn't
a
matter.
beat. What treasures might this...
Gith train relentlessly. We know our bodies inside and out. Let me show you. Close your eyes and submit.
Oops. Doesn't work, I guess.
You misunderstand. Allow me to be plain. You are here for my pleasure. In my pleasure, you will have yours. A final chance, then, to find bliss. Close your eyes. Submit to me.
A pause, and then the flicker of a tongue across your neck.
Open. Taste. Good. Lower.
You awake in pain. Your back, your hands, even your tongue ache.
It's time to rise. Dawn is upon us. Time for pleasure has passed. I might take more later should my whims so carry me. Up now. The sun soon rises.
Every breath, every blink proves exhausting. A long day awaits you.
So now we have seen that as well. At this point, it wouldn't do any damage to other relationships.
I trust you enjoyed your evening. After all your efforts, it was well
eventually, you have
deserved.
to decide for someone.
It may be some time. I'm certain a cure for you. The journey specifically, it's extremely perilous. Though it seems you're well accustomed to navigating danger. Wait. To get to the towers.
Okay, I'm
terrible place.
quick skipping this talk.
This curse, any who linger are twisted by the curse. If you can find this place, I'll wait. You'll need to pick it up where Aradin left off. Find the hidden entrance. I've long sought to return to Moonrise Towers. It seems our fates have aligned. Unfinished business. I spent years. If I can join you and get close to Moonrise, perhaps I can lift this curse. May Sylvanas guide us.
Do not be so impatient to move on as Halsin. As ever, the Githyanki Kresh remains our priority.
So, point being here is, Halsin is now part of our camp, but we still cannot play him actively as character. We have to wait with that until Act 2, actually. Until later part of Act 2, if I'm right. Okay then. Let's leave the camp. So, what's coming next is we wanna clear the goblin camp as for now. Going to the... Oh, walking. We still have something to do in Walking's Rest as well. Oh, I still haven't seen this. Maybe we should try to get the level up at Walking's Rest. So, sorry guys. But it seems like we are going to finish the goblin camp in the next video then, because I think there's not much XP remaining here to level up, and we will do that here.
Great God, Helm.
I think we still have a lot to do here. Yeah, this part. So we are clearing the upper levels here now. Going to level up quickly.
Someone's moving around in there.
Let's see. We should get in friendly, which is a hideout.
You spot a man crouching between the shelves, just as he spots you.
Bugger!
I don't have dexterity, but let's try. Good for us.
He freezes, waiting on your next word.
I'm good in persuasion, so I take that. Oh. Did I say what?
That ain't the passphrase.
Sorry guys. Whatever happens, you if you're a rogue yourself, you will get passed by it fairly easy. Maybe I should try with Astarion actually to trigger the cutscene, but eventually you want to get past him in a friendly manner, because what's awaiting is a hideout of rogues and a special organization where you can get a quest or you can just kill them, and there's some good loot there, and yeah, it's just better to get in there friendly.
Watch your back. Quick step.
I think I need the persuasion, so I should actually go with Cleric. I try with Astarion now.
You spot a man.
Okay. Actually, if you're a custom-made rogue, you have another dialogue option here, but apparently Astarion doesn't have it. Possibly because I play him as arcane trickster, so that might make a difference. But let's see. Oh my god. That's stupid.
Don't touch me. Move.
That's so stupid right now.
You spot him.
I've like unlimited dexterity here almost. That's kind of weird. Eventually.
He freezes, waiting on your next word.
Let's try this. So hopefully. Oof.
Let's say I'd rather not fight then. What's your business down here? Your timing ain't the best, but I'm sure Zaris won't turn down a deal. Down you go then. Entrance is hidden behind the wardrobe. Here's the key.
Oof. That's the way to get around this. Actually, I do not like this reloading stuff, but I can highly suggest you to make it here without fighting him. Your life will not get easier, and you might lose some options of trading, and also for Zhentarim basement. You will lose options for trading, for items, for story, if you want to. We can hide that. We will loot that later. I will do that off air, I call it. So here we are. You even have a waypoint here. And let's save. So, as a small spoiler, everything is trapped here.
That's far enough. What's your business down here? Answer honestly and maybe we'll kill you clean. Then your answer decides his fate as well as your own. So make it good.
Persuasion is one of my gifts, so here we go, rolling a 1. Yeah. Not today. So we're fine.
Trade with what? Your life was ours the moment you walked in here, but maybe I'll let you buy it. We've disarmed the traps. Come down.
Look at that. So yeah, here everything here is basically trapped. It's a hell ride if you go in here.
Watch how you go.
But not being friendly. But however, you see that everything here is full of oil and they're preparing to bust the place. So let's see.
No, there's no need for this.
Well, if you have the gold, Letney needs protection. And if his paintings cover plenty, if the finer
see what he got.
appeal.
That's always nice. So for the following you need
Can't show
Alchemist
you the
Fire.
goods.
Here's a bit more to trade, I guess, but...
He misses the sun.
Oh, I just teleported. So what we want to do here right now is to get our party up here. And we want to spread.
Careful.
I want
Is that blood? No.
to actually... Let's see what we can do here.
Well, hello.
He has Alchemist Fire as well. Untoggle your group.
Keep a blade close. Over here.
Indolence breeds madness. Repositioning.
So, I don't know.
Looking ahead.
I don't have athletics here, acrobatics. Let's check if LaeZel has.
Assume nothing.
She has acrobatics and athletics. She could actually push someone down. 5 + 1, and here we have 7 + 3, so LaeZel should do the job. So LaeZel will be here.
I'd love to, thanks.
Karloff
On my way.
here. See what happens in range. And I will take the lead here.
Despite everything.
And maybe you can sense what I'm trying to do next.
Not many. I could use someone with your skills. Interested in a job? Cleaning up? We had a steady operation going here. Then someone kidnapped a duke. Right on our bloody doorstep. The Flaming Fist will want someone to blame, and I don't plan to leave anything pointing our way. Some of our people are missing. More importantly, so is their cargo. Find them. Keep them alive if you can. Failing that, just bring that shipment back. Unopened.
Yeah, sure.
I'm offering hard coin, not idle answers. All you need to know is that I'm willing to pay a hideous sum to get
Yeah,
it back.
he does. She does, indeed.
Unopened.
I tried that on another playthrough, but you know what's cooler?
Good. Backtrack along the road to time was. Find whoever did this and remind.
There are several ways to actually actually get this done, like this quest line. So you can get the shipment, get money, you can fight them, you can traitor them. But you know what's cool? I'm gonna quick save because I want to show you what you can do. Usually I would, if it wouldn't work, I would just fight on. But if it works, it's just so cool. So I want to show you. Yeah, actually, you can go into turn-based mode before. If you don't go into turn-based, you have 2 tries. Basically, if she doesn't go over, you can just do it again. If you go turn-based, you cannot. Okay. Now, yeah, try and damage that. I'm saving here. Sometimes there's a bug. Actually, I would always rather throw this one, but right now I'm trying to just kill that. It should work actually. Oh, that was bad, I think. Yeah. She survived. Why? But anyway. It had the desired effect, so basically everyone down here almost died. No, he survived as well. He didn't take a single damage. That's weird. Anyway. So we keep the fight going.
I've been wanting to try this venom.
So, I tried to push him in the fire. Doesn't really make a difference here. I wonder why isn't that that normally they should all be dead. Never had someone survive this actually. Anyway. There is always a first time for everything. Critical miss. Becoming even worse. Okay. Here we go.
My turn. Want another?
Another. Dead. I don't really go full ham here. Bleeding. Can't see him, but doesn't matter.
I am fury. I am
Again.
death.
He has high dex, that's why it's hard. Needs a 14, rolled an 11, so time for guided strike. Don't want to waste any more on him.
No one's stopped me yet.
So, time for a short rest.
That took the edge off.
Regroup. We can loot them later. That was a pretty quick way to deal with those guys, but as I said, usually they should have been all dead by initiating the fire. And now I'm gonna level up quickly. And we're gonna clear this camp, and then we'll move on with the next episode of the playthrough, which then eventually be the rest of the goblin camp, the exterior, and the trolls and goblins on our way. So that's the last episode. Will be the next episode, the last episode of before going to the underworld. Yeah, speak with the dead I don't need. Glyph of warding is pretty strong though, and healing wound, cure wounds is better, but let's take healing wound. I'm pretty rough. I'm pretty tough though. With someone else, revivity I don't need yet. Silence is strong as well. Right now I have hold person is nice. Silence is good too for what's to come, so I'm gonna take silence. Yeah, she will get an extra attack, which is fine. And actually, cantrip of Speak with Yankee, which is Misty Step, which is super strong. For Astaran, I think I will get rid of him after this. So I take out this one, and we'll try to get Thunderwave in. I do try multi-class Carla now, and because I want to get her action search. I don't know if it's good on a barbarian, but that's to come. Quickly level up.
Swift as my feet can carry me.
So we will loot this on our way back, so I won't bother you with this stuff. Quick save. So if you have Shadowheart in your party, you will now get a spoiler information or a cutscene where she's afraid of wolves, and you will find out later why. So here they didn't hear anything of our fight. So again we can reposition. So I need Karlach here. LaeZel can handle him alone.
What a day.
And it's 2 against 4.
Oh, action, not reaction.
LaeZel will be here.
Keep a blade close.
Yes. 35.
Very, very quiet.
So let's go and get it. Bleeding. And I wanna have him on the ground. Didn't work. Oh, I forgot to buff myself. You could also bring that down with explosives.
The hammer's gonna fall.
Disadvantage, that's crazy.
Victory awaits.
I do like the disarming attacks actually.
Taste my fury.
I tried to daze the wolf, which did work. Yeah, I was about to say actually I should kill her just by all means. Playing a bit sloppy here, I should have put my shield off, you know, my guided shield here. I try to trigger that one. That worked successfully. And now trying to have Astarion and get out of the fire. 10 damage could be done, or I miss. So they're all dead. Don't have quite enough movement here. Not enough yet.
Victory awaits.
No target.
You bow or you break.
Yeah, so we made some nice XP here, but more importantly, we did reach level 5.
All's well that ends.
There's nothing more to add here. Things we can do now is... Oh no, I think...
Let's find a way forward.
So here you can now loot all what's here. You have the Zhentarim key. And watch out, here are traps everywhere. But I will open all and everything. So here we have traps everywhere. Okay, I thought he saw the trap. Sorry guys. Infernal Iron. And yeah, if you want to have a kind of a romance with Karlach, you do need Infernal Iron and get Demon to work. Here's a trap too, I guess. You find the Abyss beckon us here, so it's good for summoning characters. Anyway, I would love this game to have a better class of Necromancer. It's just an underclass and it doesn't really feel right, so let's see. But it's like D&D Necromancers are, I think, not the popular Necromancer sense. It's just a subclass of a Withered or somewhere else. Hey guys, so I will leave you here now. Would be happy to receive your constructive feedback and criticism. I want to do better and improve my videos. And for now, I will just loot all the camp here, back to the beginning. Then I will go up and we'll continue with
That's curious.
With the exterior of the goblin camp, what was supposed to be the content of this video, but I totally forgot about the Zhentarim Outpost. And yeah, that's the last thing we have to do before we go into the underworld. So make sure to stay tuned, and I hope to see you here next time. And this is what I leave you with.